What's going on, YouTube? It's James with Shyhammer Fantasy Battle Reports, and I got another game in at Friday Night Dice. Now, just gonna throw out a disclaimer here. This is a rematch from the team tournaments against Joe. Joe basically has the Albino Ogres, and he came back with his Albino Ogres to Friday Night Dice, and so basically we're gonna play 2,500 point battle, and the game doesn't go exactly how I planned because we do the pitch battle, which is going to be meeting engagement. So we roll on the table to see everybody who got. If anybody gets a 1, basically they're going to be held in reserve on turn 1. Let's see what he brought to the table today, and I'll go over what I have as well. So first off, he has his unit of 3 regular ogre bulls here. These are the albino orc ogres, aliens. Over here he has 2 lead. Or not lead belchers, I'm sorry. These are iron blasters. There you go, iron blasters. Over here he has a unit of 12 man-eaters, and then he has a giant block of about, like, I want to say like anywhere from about like 8 to 10. Or not, actually, I think it is the 12 iron guts here, and then he has his heroes. Yeah, it's the 12 iron guts, and then he has his heroes here, which is his BSB, his slaughter master, and then his wrestler. Over here, basically this is what I brought to the table. I got my 2 Doom Diver catapults. I have my 2 Goblin Chariots, and I have a Spear Chukka. I have King Koopa, which is a Goblin hero on a gigantic spider. I have my Night Goblins with bows, as well as the level 2 Night Goblin Shaman with Little Wog. I have my 5 Goblin Wolf Riders here, and another 5 Goblin Wolf Riders. I have my Mangler Squig, and then I have my block here of 28 Savage Orc Biggins. I got my Lord and my BSB in there, which is Bebop and Rocksteady. Bebop is a hero Savage Orc, which has the BSB, and he has Mork's War Banner. And then I have Rocksteady. Rocksteady is a Lord Black Orc Big Boss with Crown of Command and some ward save item. I don't even know what it is. Anyways, I do have my level 4 in this picture in that unit, but guess what? When I did meeting engagement, we rolled off. I rolled for the level 4. He got a 1, so the Lucky Shrunken Head is not in the unit. That sucks. Over here, this is going to show you what spells I have. I have the Foot of Gork, Here We Go, Gaze of Mork, and Fist of Gork, and then I also have on my level 2 the Vindictive Glare and Itchy Nuisance. Now, as for my other guys that didn't make it to the table on round 1, my Arachnarok Spider, he rolled a 1 as well, and my Trolls. This sucks. Big donkey balls. Alright? Because I got no level 4 Shaman on the table round 1, and he's deploying first, which means I have to roll a 6 to steal. If I steal, or if I don't steal, I have no level 4 to help dispel. And then my trolls are going to suffer stupidity because they're going to come in another turn, which means my savages have to come in or sit back for a round when I'm going to get outshot at by his freaking iron blasters. The good news is Arachnarok doesn't have to get shot round 1. But this is how the table looks. This is how I deploy. We do it in the diagonal. Now, I did move my Goblin Wolf Riders. I'm chasing down his Saber Tusks. He has a bunch of Saber Tusks on there, 3 of them, and I'm figuring I want to get rid of them before they either kill the Mangler or they pop my Fanatics, right? So I'm trying to figure how to do the Vanguard that way. His Man-Eaters are not in the middle there. They're actually just going to get deployed later because they have scouts. So they're going to go ahead and sit back for a turn. He did win first turn, and guess what? I couldn't move much on my Vanguard because I have to stay 12 inches away from him. So, this is basically how I have it here. Now, he decides he wants to declare a charge with his... like I said, he got turn 1. He's going to declare a charge on turn 1, first move of the game, with his Ogres, Iron Guts, into my Wolf Riders. Now, that's a long charge. I think he needs a 10 to get in, okay? So I'm like, it's highly unlikely he's not going to get in. If I flee from center to center unit, my Wolf Riders are going to just run off the table because they're going to run through my Savage Orcs and just get off the table. And I'm like, what's the likeliness he's going to get a 10 or above? So I decide I'm going to stand and shoot and just be a dick, right? Well, guess what? He gets in. Son of a bitch, he rolled like a 12 or something, so he's gonna get an ogre charge. These guys are dead. All right, and yeah. Uh, his man-eaters come on the board as scouts, like I said, and they pop out right here, and they move up really close to my flank of my savages and my goblin chariot. That really sucks. His pig is over here, and he's playing games with the houses and my spider rider and my chariots and my wolf rider. And then this pig gets really close, but he cannot get into my mangler, but he does cause my fanatics to pop. So I decided I'm going to try to throw the fanatics through the pig into his iron guts. One gets through, two fall short, and the one that gets through doesn't even kill the pig. He fails to wound it. He only does one attack, and that is that. Shooting phase. He's going to go ahead and shoot his both of his... Actually, I'm sorry. Not even shooting. He's just still moving. He's moving his nobblers onto the board because I think they were the ones who were on reserve. And he moves his bulls over here. Magic phase, he gets a 12 power dice. And I think this is exactly what happened at the team tournament. He rolled 12 on his first roll, but he miscasts and he loses all his regen spells. Right? Or all his spells. Well, guess what? He miscast on his regen. Okay, so he gets a big bubble regen for these guys. And... nothing really happens. He doesn't. I think he everybody takes a wound close by, or like only the level, the wizard takes a wound or something like that. So, sure enough, they they take a wound. That's all, but they get regen. So only one wound done. Over here is Iron Blast is going to go ahead and start off the shooting phase, and he's going to shoot at my mangler, and he blows up my mangler, and it also kills off two of my goblins right behind him. His other Iron Blaster decides to shoot at my chariot, and it totally blows that up as well. As for this combat over here, he ends up killing off four of my goblins. My single goblin that is attacking back actually kills one guy. He does two wounds. The dog and the goblin both did a wound. Killed off one iron gut, but he's going to go ahead and kill him off with I believe his slaughter master or whoever. Or no, actually, I'm sorry, I take it back. The 4 died from just the ogre charge. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened. And then the one guy killed the single iron gut, and then he ends up killing me off with all his always strikes last weapons. So they're gonna overrun. Now they are like 10 inches away from my savage orc block, so they're gonna overrun, and they run and they freaking get in. What are the friggin' odds of that? He got 2 charges of 10 inches, and this is really, really, really bad for me, because I mean literally my savage orcs are on the exact tip of the board, so that way I could have had my shaman come on the board and then get in the unit so that they have the 5-0 board. I don't have a 5-0 board. He has his regen up. That hurts big time, and as you can see, this is how it looks. Wow. It's Orcs and Goblins turn 1. Oh, this is really ugly, guys. This is really ugly. So I put my trolls on the table, and they're going to come in here. I did charge my chariot into the side flank of his iron guts here. I am going to hope to God I could kill his Crown of Command or his Crown of Command's touching my Mork's War Banner. I shut up about Mork's War Banner. I just let him do what he needs to do because that's what we got to do. The Fanatics end up killing off the pig, which is good. These Fanatics end up killing each other. My Ragnarok comes on the table, and so is my Shaman. My Shaman comes on the table all the way back here because there's just nothing else I can do about that right now. And this is how ugly it looks on my turn. I roll my 2 favorite magic dice, my Red Dragon and my Holy Hammer, and this is how they repay me. Double ones. Alright, let's see what we can do. Can't foot them, okay, because foot's probably my best bet right now, but I can't foot them because those man-eaters are not in a good position for me on the next turn. Can't really do a good gaze or anything. I mean, I guess I'll throw a gaze out, I guess, and it goes off, and it does 1 damage, 1 wound. Whoop-de-friggin' do. Doom Diver. One goes ahead. We're trying to shoot at his Iron Blasters, and one decides he's going to blow himself up. The other one doesn't hit, flies off, drifts off, does nothing. Alright. Let's go to close combat. Close combat, good news is I am going faster than him, so maybe I can make a dent, right? He does take a wound on his Slaughtermaster for whatever reason. He's going to go ahead and attack with his Slaughtermaster, or the Ogre Charge. I'm sorry, the Ogre Charge kills off 5 guys. Okay, because I can't make a 6-up board for the life of me. It's a 5-up board, sure. My Lord is going first, Rocksteady with his fast weapon, and I believe I might have put a wound on. No, actually, I did like 3 or 4 wounds, and he regens them all. That's exactly what happens. So he's going to go with his Slaughtermaster. Slaughtermaster kills my Shaman here. He's going to go with his BSB, and his BSB, I forgot what happens. He literally regened the damage done from my Goblin Chariot, but my Goblins on top are going to go ahead and hit him, and they end up killing off like 1 or 2 guys. Overall, my Savages are killing the main unit because I think... Oh, I killed the Champ. I know that. I focused my energy on the Champ to kill the Champ, so that way his next character has to come up. His next character that's coming up is actually his Firebelly, and it's not a wrestler. It's actually his real Firebelly, which is a level 1 Firebelly. I'm going to go ahead and I start hitting the unit because... Or I don't even think I'm still hitting the unit. Maybe I am. His Champ is dead. 1 guy's dead. He has 2 wounds on another guy. His BSB took a wound, and his General has 1 wound. Alright? He goes, attacks, stomps, kills off about a good 13 of my guys. 13 of my Savages. This is brutal. He has a banner, he has a BSB, he did 13 wounds. He charged, he has a rank. I have 2 ranks, a banner, a BSB. I did probably like 7 wounds. The ones that he didn't regen, because he regened a lot. And it's basically going to cause me to lose. I do have the Crown of Command, but man, that's brutal because now it's his turn. And these guys run. The Chariot runs. And I forgot what happens here. He runs this way, and I think he just like died, or he ended up killing it with his last turn. But I think he just killed it. But yeah, he stomps, kills a couple more. This is just brutal. I mean, I can't even narrate it right because this is just ugly for me. Oh man, Ogre's turn 2. Ogre's turn 2. He's gonna go ahead and do his rear charge here or his side flank charge here with his man-eaters. Oh, this sucks. He moves his pig over here in my way. Or I'm sorry, he's moving his pig out of the way. He's scared of my Koopa, and he's going over the building this way. And of course he gets in his charge here. He's moving his Iron Blasters this way to shoot at the Arachnarok. He's moving his Bulls up, and Magic Face, he gets 9 power dice. He goes ahead and throws the same exact spell down, his regen bubble, and he gets it off double 6s. Wow. Causes a big template to go off, and it only hits a couple guys of his, which he could regen, and I cannot even ward save for the life of me. So I lose about 4 more guys to his big blast, and he ends up losing 1 guy. The guy with the mask is actually his wrestler. That's what it is. So he's going to go to shooting phase. Shooting phase, he's going to go ahead and shoot both his Iron Blasters at my Arachnarok. He does 5 wounds to my Arachnarok. And we're going to go into close combat. Close combat, I go ahead and attack with my General, and I end up doing like 1 wound to somebody, I think. He ends up going back onto my General, does 2 wounds onto him, and by this time he's already killing off majority of my unit with the Man-Eaters and his like Slaughtermaster and everything. I have 2 guys remaining. He killed off the rest. This is brutal. He decides it is his turn, and you know what? He's going to go ahead and use his Hellheart. He could get close enough to my Shaman. He's going to use his Hellheart and decide to do its effect where it makes me miscast every Shaman I have in such range. Well, for once, I have his Firebellies touching my banner, Mork's War banner, and it turns off all his magic items. So I'm like, you know what? You can't use your magic item, dude. And he's like, what? Why not? And I'm like, because you're touching Mork's War banner. I think it's bad enough I'm getting my ass creamed right now. But then again, he wants to blow up my freaking Shaman. I was like, no, that ain't gonna happen. So, as you can see, after his charge, his impact hits, his stomps, everything, basically, there is only literally my banner holder, my BSB, Bebop, and Rocksteady still there. That's it. and the wrestler, but the wrestler doesn't count for anything really. Holy crap. Since there's nobody touching his man-eaters, his man-eaters are unengaged and they step back an inch, and this is just getting uglier and uglier by the turn. It's going to start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 2. I combat reformed by moving my... I didn't move anybody out of combat, but I combat reformed by moving my general over just like half an inch so he can make sure he's in the bubble to give the leadership to the trolls. Okay? I roll for the leadership on the trolls on this turn, and I rolled a 10. He's not Gorbad. They don't get it. They don't get the 10 for their stupidity. So I moved the general closer, but I didn't move the freaking BSB closer. And these trolls are stupidly going to stumble forward. My Goblin Wolf Riders here, they're going to fail Animosity and charge into the back of this pig. He, I believe, stays there, and they're going to run into the forest. Forest is a venom thicket. No, it's a stubborn forest. I'm sorry, it's a stubborn forest. I do charge the Arachnarok up here, but I had to do this weird turn to hit and clip up here because the trolls were in the way. So I only got like 2 man-eaters, which is fine for me. I mean, I don't need to face a whole crowd of man-eaters. I did move my Shaman a little bit closer over here because he needs to nuke something. And I decided to charge the Goblins in here to the side flank to, I don't even know, combat res, I guess. Magic Phase, 8 power dice. So go ahead and throw the Foot of Gork onto this big SOB, and it goes off, hits him, does 3 wounds. I roll for 4, 5, or 6 to do it again. I get a 2. Of course I do. Doom Diver, try to finish him off. He flies off and does absolutely nothing. And as for the pig, I kill the pig. Or I'm sorry, the pig runs. I think I did like a wound. The pig runs. I chase. I kill the pig down. But then when I run and flee through the, or not flee, pursuit through the woods, I lose 3 of my guys in the woods. To the woods. I did roll 3 ones. I mean, I don't know what else could go wrong in this game. This game is just brutal. Oh man, my Goblins here are going to start off close combat. They put 2 wounds onto his man-eaters. He goes ahead and puts on like a wound onto my man-eaters, or onto my Arachnarok, and I can't really do much. He regened most of the attacks the Arachnarok did, and granted, they're only like strength 4, I think, so they're going to have a hard time wounding my Arachnarok, but at the same time, that regen is just freaking brutal. Over here, he is going to... He does a couple of wounds onto my my regular dude. He ends up ward saving both. My guys go back. They end up doing like 2 wounds onto him. My Lord and BSB end up killing off like one of the guys. My Night Goblins are going. They're trying to kill somebody. He ends up killing my Lord finally. So Rocksteady's dead. I don't have the Crown of Command anymore. And the unit runs. The BSB dies and the Standard dies. Actually, I'm sorry. He kills the BSB just straight out. I should run, and I roll, and my Standard actually sticks there for a turn on his own. He rolls like double ones, and I have 1 Standard there, and my Goblins are still there. And I look at this, and I'm like, I give up. It's only turn 2, man, but this is just a brutal game. There's no comeback from this. There is none. My Goblins really can't do anything to those guys. He rolled regen numerous times. My Arachnarok is severely wounded. He won't take on the stubborn man-eaters when they're that close to the BSB and the Lord. My Shaman is about to get shot at by cannons. This is done. It was a brutal game. Anything that went wrong could go wrong. It did go wrong. Failed animosities, Doom Divers blowing up, my main 3 damage dealers being put on reserve, and he made an impressive like 30-inch charge into my savages. It's just brutal. I don't even want to talk about it. Anyways, guys, I guess my MVP is Bebop for stopping the Hellheart for a turn, because nobody killed anybody in this whole game. The Fanatic killed a pig, and yeah. That was just disgusting. Anyways, guys, next games coming up is the Dice Dojo tournament that we had last week, and I didn't get to play the first round, but I did take pictures for the first round. It is going to be Aaron's vampire accounts versus a newcomer's Tomb King army to the Dice Dojo. So I believe his name is Randy. Randy's Tomb Kings versus Aaron's vampire accounts. That's gonna be fun. If you guys like this video, which I mean, maybe you're an ogre player, maybe you're Joe. Maybe you just like watching me get my ass kicked and like to like pick on me. So if you do, hit the like button. If not, you don't have to hit the dislike button, but you can hit the dislike button if you just do not want to see the greenskins get crushed like this again, because I don't like to see the greenskin. You know what? I'm going to dislike this video. I am making this video, and I'm disliking my own video because it was a massacre for the orcs and goblins. This is just ugly. This shouldn't have happened. Hindsight, we were talking about it after the game. I should have just fleed with the freaking Wolf Riders. 8 to 50 points. Made them fail charge. But yeah, it was just disgusting. Anyways, guys, I don't want to talk about it. BSB is the MVP. We're out of here. Next video will be up soon, and we'll forget about this shabacle. Anyways, guys, take care. Later. Peace. If you haven't hit subscribe, do so already. Peace. And it was fun. By the way, I'm sorry about that. It was fun to play at Friday Night Dice. It was really good. It was a good experience. I love the tables. Rick, if you're listening to this, I think it's a great experience to go out there and just play a couple games with you guys and just shoot the shit. But anyways, till next time, see you there. Peace.